Who that? Cocaine.
Cocaine Reaction. I'm back with another banger of a video. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel, gang. Road to 300 subscribers, family members, gang members, whatever the hell you want to call yourself, man. I appreciate everybody who been tapped in with me. It's love. It's been love. And I'm going to keep this thing going just because y'all appreciating and y'all watching. So why the hell not? I'll be a fool not to, right? I appreciate everybody who been tapped in with me, though, for real, man. I'm humbled, for real. On this one, man, we're going to go into, shout out to Anton Daniels, man. I've been reacting to his content for a little while now, man. I respect the man. You know, he a hustler, you know, married, you know, a respectable man. I follow people that I feel like is respectable, you know what I'm saying? And I respect what he say because he speak the real, especially when it comes to our community and when it comes to us building up our community. People like that is, you know, respectable, you know what I mean? So I appreciate him. I appreciate this content, you know what I'm saying? I stay reacting to your shit, dog. I appreciate you. We're gonna get right into it. We're gonna do too much talking, but this one is about single fathers, step daddies, you know what I'm saying, and single mothers. So let's get right into it.
Thrown into a very aggressive conversation, you know, just FYI.
Okay.
If you guys are privy to season 1, which I know all of you are because all of you love us so much, you saw that, first off, you would never laugh at me saying all of you love us that much. So, he giggled hard as hell.
Like, is that so hard to believe?
Shout out to 2K. Dude funny. I be watching the panels with him and Anton. Dude is hilarious, dog. He be speaking the real too sometimes, but dude funny as hell. Shout out to him.
Right, we're lovable people.
I'm broke, please. No.
Anywho, if you guys watched episode season 1, you saw a very controversial conversation about step parenting, where Anton had a conversation about stepfathers being crash dummies.
Yeah. Step crash dummies.
Step crash dummies is what he likes to call them. Thank you.
He ain't lying.
For the correction. Thank you.
Hated all of that.
Of course you do, and I'm sure 9 times out of 10 she got a step crash dummy. I bet you.
Can we talk about
Even after rewatching it? You hated
That's an upgrade.
it? You hated it even after rewatching it?
Yes, because I don't agree with it.
Of course
okay,
you don't.
let's talk about the foundation of what he believes, and we'll talk about what we don't agree with. Anton, why don't you like men being stepfathers?
I don't think that it's a benefit. First of all, if you just frame it, right, and you say, okay, well, this guy, he took care of his business his whole life, and he did the right thing, and he didn't have any children out of wedlock, and he literally had the ability to pick and choose anybody that he wants, right? Why would he go and choose to take care of another man's kid?
It's simple. It could all be so simple. I don't get why this is such a fun. The only reason why I feel like women get so up in arms about this shit is because they know that they didn't choose wisely in choosing fathers for their children, and it upsets them at the fact that men are telling other men don't sign up to be a crash dummy for somebody else's kids. They just don't like to hear it. That's the only reason why I would, because it's logical common sense that you should create your own family. Like, it shouldn't even be a fucking question that a man shouldn't be trying to create his own family instead of taking on somebody else's responsibility. That shit should be common sense, gang.
Who is at some point gonna say, "You're not my daddy."
Right.
Like, why would he ever do that?
Right.
First of all, it removes the responsibility from the woman from choosing the guy that she's supposed to be with.
I just said,
because most women have skipped over the man that she was supposed to be with.
Right.
Most of them. Right. And then on top of that, you then have to go back and forth with another dude that's going to always be tied to her through that kid. Because essentially, that is marriage.
yep.
Right.
Right?
Having
You're
a baby with
married.
somebody?
Yeah,
Hell
you're
yeah.
married to that woman.
Hell yes. That's a full-time job for the rest of your life with this person. If you have kids with somebody and you're an active father, because I'm an active father, I'm with my kids every motherfucking day. So even if me and they mama wasn't married and wasn't together, I would still be an active father because that's the type of man I am. I want to raise my kids to be great people. So I'm going to be in their life, regardless of whatever the fuck going on in our relationship. You know what I mean? So if you got that type of man, it shouldn't even be a question.
Through the kid, because you're never going to be able to detach from each other.
What happens if the daddy not around? Because a
What
lot
do
of
you
these
mean
niggas
what
be
happened?
leaving.
Right. She need to go back to her baby. daddy.
Exactly.
But then he left.
Why did he leave? Why did he leave? So y'all don't play no part in why men leave. All right. It's just all the man fault.
Well then she gotta wait because that shouldn't be somebody else's. But here's the thing.
So she gotta wait till the baby is grown to date.
That's the stupidest shit I ever heard in my life.
Shit,
That is
Stupidest
not.
shit I ever heard.
Shorty in the jeans shits in her feelings. Get out your feelings, Shorty. This ain't even for you. This is for a majority. He talking about in generalities. You know what I'm saying? And she taking it personal because this is her life. This is your life.
Another dude's responsibility. She got to
Period.
figure that out on her own.
Period.
Now, if she can finesse a dude into getting with her and doing it on that
Simp.
time, then that's a whole nother conversation.
I'm so
But
glad
I don't
we're
see
individuals.
I don't
and
see the
everybody has their own
benefit.
opinion.
Nobody
Hold on,
is ever.
Crystal, what you
Nobody
say?
is
So
ever.
glad we're all individuals and everybody has their own opinion.
Yeah, because you want a crash step dummy.
He ain't lying.
You saying that shit because you want a nigga to take on the responsibility that you created on your own without him. You want him to take on their responsibility. And on what we call those type of dudes, them type of niggas, simps. That's a simp man that won't go find a woman that he can procreate with and create his own legacy. Instead, he take on another man's legacy who taking all his benefits, but he benefit nothing other than sleeping with the mama. Come on, man.
I'm so glad that everybody don't think like you.
Why not?
Because
If people thought like me, women would think twice about the man that they chose. to have
Exactly,
children.
Anton.
I don't. So this is
Exactly.
my
I feel
thing.
like at the
I
end of
do-
the day, you never know people's circumstances, what they going.
That's always the excuse, bro. That you never know people's circumstances and all that bullshit. It don't matter the circumstances. Your folks should have raised you better. And you should have took your life into account on how you wanted to look better. Stop always trying to use the, I was young excuse or this or that. Okay, well, you was young. You made a mistake. Now you got to live in that mistake in the future. That's how life works. Come on, man.
Going through or what's happening when those babies are being made. I mean, you can say you want to have the best mindset and make the best decisions,
should.
but in reality, that's not life. So it's like,
What's she even talking about? How is that not life? Everybody should be thinking with common sense when they going through life. That's how you stay here longer. That's how you stay away from bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Thinking with sense, not with your feelings all the fucking time. It's just
what you're, that's like we in make-believe land, what you're saying.
No, it's
How
not.
real
Make-believe
life
land.
happens. So that world you're talking about is
2K
make-believe
like,
world
man.
because that does not happen. Look,
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here. Get out of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
how many, not that it's a good thing, but look how many babies are born out of wedlock. Look what's going on in the time that we're in. This is a different time from the past. A lot of times when you guys have those mind frames, you're thinking about how things were. So.
and guess what? We were better off then than we are now.
The Lord, when I lay my vengeance upon thee.
With all that shit she's saying, we were better off then as a community than we are right now. More educated, more enrolled, and can't get nothing done as far as families because they all broken. That's on us. We can't keep blaming our mamas and daddies for that shit. Period.
So long ago. That's not even the world that we're living in anymore.
That's why we want to make America great again.
We
Exactly.
can.
You did not just sit here and say that shit.
That's why we want to make America great again. Because think about it. The more that we are left up to our own devices and get away from the core of what we're supposed to be doing in the first place, the worse off it gets.
Yep.
The reason why people with more information than we've ever had before continue to go down this dark path, we know for a fact that a child raised in a single parent household has less of an opportunity to be great, more of a probability to need therapy, more likely to go to jail, less likely to go to college, more likely to have debt and be asking the government for student loan forgiveness. We know that that is the pathway more than likely.
You dealing with
I
that?
come
People
from
are black.
I come from a two-parent.
It's always a race card. That's what I'm saying. Nobody can. I get it. Yeah, with us as black people that been through some shit, and we gonna always go through some shit in America. But you can't always blame the white man, bruh. Sometimes we gotta look at ourselves. When are we gonna start as a community, black community, start taking accountability for how fucked up shit is around here, man?
That boy is good.
Come on, bro.
So, and I
we
got
know
you
this.
being born black, period.
We know
you can be
this.
born to a 2-parent household.
That's nonsense.
That
That's
is
nonsense.
I was
that is
born
I
in
agree.
Hood like everybody else, and that ain't my circumstance or any of the people that
because
was
you
born
made
with.
it different for yourself.
No, I didn't. It's
Individuals
because
move
I was raised
differently.
in a 2-parent household,
So
even though we were poor. But that don't mean nothing. Because I'll go into that in a minute. But
She clapping. You know what I'm saying, bro? They be so in their fucking feelings that they can't even get the concept of the intelligence that he's spitting to them, bro. Like, he really trying to tell them how fucked. This is the reason why our community is so trampled and at the bottom. This is the reason he explaining it to y'all, and y'all don't want to hear it because y'all in y'all feelings.
but my point is,
You need a microphone. Hold on.
but my point is that even with all of the information and the technology and being able to look in hindsight, y'all still choosing to do it.
Yep.
This is not something
Yep.
that anybody is making y'all do.
Yep.
Y'all choosing to
Yep.
have children out
We're
of
not
wedlock.
making
Yep.
the men have babies with us. It takes two.
Time
It's
out,
not
first
just
of all.
my.
Y'all
not just
choosing
my
to do it.
decision to
Okay,
do it.
2K, what you
no,
have
no,
to
let me
say?
ask her a question. Why would a woman have a child out of wedlock? Why would she choose to do that today?
How about I'm gonna take it back to what I say every time. Like you said, you grew up in a 2-parent household. You probably was taught something a totally different way. Imagine being me, born in a household where my mom is a single parent and there are different baby daddies. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm growing up where auntie's doing the same thing. You get what I'm saying? Everybody not married.
Yeah, but you still chose to be like your mama and your auntie. You could have chose to do the right thing and get with a one man and have a baby by him and stay with that one man. But instead, you chose to do otherwise because you seen your mama and them do it. You can't use your mama as an excuse, bro. Not many of the people, other than like my grandparents and shit, is married. I'm in the minority in my family as far as a man who married with kids, who been with the mama before the kids and all of that. You know what I'm saying? That's a minority for my family. So you can choose to do otherwise. Stop trying to motherfucking blame your family for the reason why you fucked up in your life as far as becoming a baby mama.
You didn't have second thoughts. Now you're a single mom. Now you're a single mom.
That's bullshit.
Everybody not with, not with the person that they had kids with, but then you still find your way. You move through life. You do what you have to do. Let's say you find you
That
a
was a
man
choice.
that loves you for you and love your babies, and you do have kids that are from another man. You feel me? But the situation didn't work. You said because I made a bad decision and had a baby by a guy that decided he wanted to whoop my ass, now I can't find love and happiness because of that. That don't make sense.
And that's crazy. Chulo, what you say?
So, I chose to be a stepfather, pretty much, right?
Hey, that nigga outfit fire. I ain't gonna lie. I just had to stop for that. That outfit flames, gang. I ain't gonna lie. Shout out to your tailor.
Right.
Chulo.
It matched my aesthetic, right?
It matched my aesthetics. It's crazy.
That's not second place.
Second place? That's your aesthetic?
I was a single father, right? I was a single father of a girl. You know what I'm saying? I was a girl dad, so it was a little different, right? I always wanted a boy. I wanted to know what it was to actually raise a man, and all this other thing. So when I actually met the woman that I decided to marry, I was like, oh, cool. She came with a son, and I already understand that it's a 2-parent deal. You don't want to be in those situations where, like, I'm with your mama, but little nigga, you on the side.
Yeah.
So it's one of those situations
You
where
got to
it was
kick
like,
over a sport like Snoop did. in
Yeah.
Baby Boy. Yeah.
So
Scrub. Built you a little fort, huh? Fuck about your little fort, nigga.
I hate you.
I hate you too, little nigga. You ain't my son.
at the same time, her son
You
was
ain't my
4.
daddy. I hate you.
Her son was 4 and my daughter was 4. So a lot of things matched. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things meshed. I'm like, listen, it'd be dope for my daughter to have somebody to play with, somebody to be around, or whatever the case is. You know, that way it's not, hey, please my child to try to please me.
Yeah.
You know, it's a game in the beginning versus saying, okay, listen, they're going to get in there. We're going to see how it really is. Because you know how kids will start taking their parents' side, the realistic things of whatever the case is.
I think that this conversation skips over something that's important. And the important part that it skips over is bringing that step parent into the household can create the household into a 2-parent household.
What?
Yeah. That's
regardless, that's not his father. They not gonna look at that man. I don't give a fuck if he was with them forever. They is not gonna look at that man the same way they look at their father. When they get of age, they gonna go look for if they daddy ain't nowhere around, if he not in their life like that, they gonna go looking for the man that created them. They not gonna be fucked up about they stepdaddy.
Message.
Point blank, period. You can try to make like, oh, this is now that we together now and now it's a two-parent. No, that's not how that works, shorty. It's not.
What happens if a single mother gets married? Now you're in a two-parent household. And when you have that two-parent household, like you just said, statistically, we know what the numbers look like differently. We don't say the numbers off a two-parent household biologically all the time. It's a two-parent household. So me marrying my husband and him having.
That's what's insane, that they trying to argue against what God believes. Like, God believes that you should wait and be with a certain man and have children with, marry that man first. Marry first before you carry, of course. Marry that man, get with that man, y'all build a family together and grow old together. That's divine. That's God's word. That's him create. This is what I created for y'all to do. And y'all chose to do otherwise, and now y'all trying to make other man join into your dysfunction. That's not how that works.
The kid's experience, he sleep right now, but if I woke his ass up, he'll tell you his experience with us at our house is going to differ than the experience that he gets at his mom's house with his stepfather.
You feel me? Most step kids are package deal.
It is what it is.
It is what it is. It's kind of like cable, okay? You are the high-speed internet. Your child is you are the high-speed internet, and your child is the house phone.
Okay.
Okay.
Nobody use the house phone though.
Exactly. He don't like the kids.
Oh my God.
If we got to be honest, that's a fact. If we got to be honest, like steps, I hate step stools, step daddies, step mom.
We can tell. We can tell, nigga.
Once again, I'm glad people have individual thoughts.
The stepdad ain't nothing but the substitute.
He went into that mode of what?
I agree. Stepdad is absolutely the substitute teacher of the relationship.
We was that one. Dog was like, I hate everything black. I hate guns because they black. I hate piano keys because they black.
If you want disrespect, you want to get it.
Stepdads ain't nothing but the first loser.
Man, folks can say what they want, but I agree 1,000% with the fellas 2K and Anton Daniels, 1,000%. Y'all make sure y'all go check out both of their channels. They dope. I fuck with them. You know, I agree with a lot of shit they say. So shout out to them boys. It's sad, man, that we didn't come so far only to be going backwards. You know what I mean? And I feel like, you know, that's something that was important for, you know, even from a young age. Like, just because you young don't give you the excuse to just do bad things and then expect better outcomes. Like, you come with outside babies, but you didn't want to marry their daddies. You didn't expect no love and real relationship from the fathers, but you expect me to come in and play stepdaddy and love you and marry you and put a ring on your finger and take on the responsibility to raise this nigga kids? Nah.
I have to answer to you. You ain't my bitch. Know what I'm saying? So shit, man. Fuck it.
You can miss most dudes with that. That's why most men are single and most women are single mothers. It is what it is, man. And I don't think dudes ever, you gonna have some simp ass dudes out here that'll sign up for that shit, but most men ain't signing up to be no step crash dummy, bro. It just is what it is. I can go find me a young thing and create my own family if I want to do the family thing, instead of taking on another nigga responsibilities. He was in there busting it down to get this baby, and I'm supposed to be the one who raised him to my last day. Tell me what y'all think about this video in the comments, man. Like I said, shout out to Anton Daniels. Shout out to the whole panel. Good conversation. And like I said, I'm in agreement with him, period. Shout out to y'all, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Tell me what y'all think about this vid. It's your dog Cocaine. Peace.
Now we can settle this like you got some class, so we can get into some gangster shit.